Let me introduce myself. My name is Susan Price. I'm the Assistant City Manager with the City of Costa Mesa. And I'd like to thank you all for being here, first of all, to a place that our city is super proud of. We are at 3175 Airway. This is our 70-bed emergency shelter for the city, and it opened back in April of this year after moving from the Lighthouse Church. And I want to just say a couple of words about this center. This basically is embodying the collaboration that created this facility. Over the course of about a year, we designed and built this center with the help of IKEA and a number of community partners. We have Natalie here from the city of Newport Beach, which we have a partnership between our city and the city of Newport Beach. And in the design and the development of our shelter, we left one wall blank. And we left that wall blank as a clean slate for a project that Trellis put together for us. We Are Better Together. To find a local artist to design and develop a mural for that wall. And here we are in November. I gotta talk louder. This is quite loud over here. Is there an airport nearby? Never mind. So I'd also like to thank the members of the Mural Committee who came up with the idea and helped to choose the winner. So we had a number of submissions in response to a call for artists. And of course, Costa Mesa being the city of the arts, we wanted to find a local artist to help us design and develop this wall. We opened it up to the broader community. We didn't get a lot of submissions. And so it was the committee's idea to bring this to the local high schools. And with that, the story unfolds to here we are today to celebrate an artist who won that contest, Valerie Mata. So I want to acknowledge the committee. Some of the members are here today. Former neighborhood improvement manager Stacy Lumley, who has since moved to Texas, but have to honorarily mention her here today, since this was a labor of love for her as well. Then we have Ashley Thomas from the Parks Department, who has taken over the lead on setting up today's event. Thank you very much for your efforts here in kind of landing the plane and getting all of this done, pun intended. And then Natalie I'm going to say your last name wrong. I always just call you Natalie, but Basmasian. Horrible. Shouldn't have even tried it. Thank you, Natalie. And then John Began. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. He's super shy. And then our city partner, Trellis, Ian Stevenson. Can't say enough about the work that we've done with Trellis in our city broadly, but also here at the shelter itself. And then the Cultural Arts Committee Chair, Charlene Aschendorf, who will round out our event here today. And so I'd like to also thank Mouse Graphics. As we work on coming out of the COVID pandemic, we want to shop local. We want to use local businesses. And so we're proud to have used Mouse Graphics. And actually, it was one of Natalie's suggestions as part of the committee that we do a wallpaper instead of painting directly on the wall. And so when we go and take a look at the mural, you'll see it's something that will last forever and the colors will remain because we used Mouse Graphics and that sort of application to this project. So with that, I'd like to invite the mayor to come up and present a certificate to our artist, Mayor John Stevens.
Thank you, and that was Susan Price. Susan Price, Assistant City Manager of the great city of Costa Mesa and formerly the county homelessness czar. So you can't say enough about Susan. So Valerie, I'm going to present this to you, I promise you, but I'm going to take a little bit of time to talk because I wasn't here when this shelter opened. And, but now we're here and we're here to do the unveiling, but it's really so much more what this shelter means to our community and how we got here. So very briefly, a community like ours works in very magical and sometimes unexpected ways. So back in 2016 when I ran, I knew we had an issue with homelessness, but I had no idea of the amount of work that was being done already by our Network for Homeless Solutions, by people like John Began and Ian Stevenson at Trellis. And I learned about this, but we really needed a place. We needed a shelter. There was no doubt about that. And so around St. Patrick's Day 2017, Katrina Foley and Stacy was on the trip, and we went to San Antonio, and we looked at a place called Haven for Hope. The picture just came up in my Facebook pictures recently. And we looked at it, and I was like, gosh, if we could only do something like that. But we needed a champion. So I prayed about it, and I thought, who would be a good champion? And I'm not kidding you. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I came up with this idea. I was going to go talk to Judge Carter. I'm not kidding you. No sooner did I make that prayer than the city of Costa Mesa got sued in federal court, and the case landed before Judge Carter. And you might say, well, that's not a good thing. And I was kind of like, at first I was saying, how dare they sue the city of Costa Mesa? We're doing so much with the Network of Homeless Solutions. And I put in a declaration, and I talked about Trellis, and I talked about Ian Stevenson and John Began and everything we were doing. I was like, we got to get out of this lawsuit. But it was the best thing that ever happened to the city of Costa Mesa. It's a weird way that a community works. It was through that case and a Ninth Circuit case that came out during that time that provided the impetus for us to build this shelter. And of course, we started at the Lighthouse Church with our temporary shelter, and then this April, I should say, we came here to this place. And through this place and through the work and through the magic of the community and everything that's been done, we've saved lives. And we've created a bridge from homelessness, from people on the streets, to a better life, to shelter. And now, Valerie, what you've done is you've taken this idea and you've incorporated the arts. And as you know, we are the city of the arts in the great city of Costa Mesa. It says it right here on the seal, right on the podium, right? You can't miss it, Valerie. And you're part of that. And you come from our school district, and we have representatives of the school district here. You see it's a community, Valerie, and you're a big part of that. And while we're trying to save lives here, your artistry and your gift will give inspiration for years, and you're going to save souls and heal souls through your beautiful art. So here we are today to unveil your beautiful mural, and I'm so proud to be able to give you this little proclamation from the mayor of the city of Costa Mesa. Thank you very much for your work. And God bless this place, and may it be here for years, and may it save lives, and may it save souls. Somebody's going to take a picture. Thank you. Thank you. All right, next, Susan. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mayor Stevens, for those beautiful words, sentiment, for everything that we've gone through. I have to share with you while I was listening to him speak. Yesterday, we hit the number 200 housed in our city, and so, you know, it's a huge milestone for our team and, you know, our tireless efforts working with Mercy House. And we have Sasha here, who has been tried and true through all of this, thick and thin, through the other shelter, moving over to this one. And it's just a stellar team. And so with that, I'm going to bring up Ian Stevenson to talk a little bit about the project itself, one of our key partners. Thank you, Ian.
What a privilege it is to be part of what's going on in this city. And I just want to, as before we actually present something to Valerie as well, just want to thank our city leadership. You know, our mayor, our council has just really learned how we can be more collaborative and how we can work better together. And it's such a privilege to be working in a city like this and to even see our businesses coming in. Our businesses want to help make this work as well. Neat Coffee donating this morning. Mouse Graphics working with us. It's just amazing in this community the spirit that is being developed as we're all working together. We love working with the school district. Thank you for being here this morning. And it's so awesome to see a young person from our community step up and present a piece of art that when we all saw it, we knew this was the one. We had about 12 submissions for this project. And some of them, it was like, really? For a bridge shelter? They just were a little off, you know, I guess artists can be that way sometimes. It was like a little out there, but we wanted something with an airplane in it because we were near the airport. We wanted something that illustrated the bridge, the connection that was being made between people and kind of moving forward in life. And Valerie, when you made your submission, it was almost immediate. Everyone was like, this is the one. And so, you know, just to affirm you in your gifting, and we hope you'll continue to develop your arts, and that this, in some ways, is even an inspiration for you to use your gift to help inspire more and more people. So from a Trellis standpoint, we're just privileged to be part of this with the city, with Mercy House, with our local community, and we simply were willing to kind of put forward the award for you, which you've already received. So I hope that was a blessing for you. And we also just want to present you with these beautiful flowers because they kind of signify the beauty of who you are and what you've done for us and for this community. So thank you so much, Valerie.
Okay, I've never really done this before. I'm really nervous, but I just wanted to take the time and appreciate everybody who is here today and who took the moment in their days and their lives to assist this really pretty mural. First off, I'd like to thank Cami Marseille for finally pushing me because, to be completely honest with you, I probably wouldn't even be here today. And my counselor, Mr. Oh no, sorry, I get really nervous. And also my principal from Back Bay. I didn't think I would be able to do anything like this before. But seeing that Costa Mesa and Back Bay High School really took the time and puts effort into their students, even though people might not think so. Back Bay is a really good school, and I really felt like I was important there, and I had someone who looked after me, even if I was really lazy and didn't want to do things. But it felt really nice to know that there was someone there, someone important that was looking after me. I'm shaking. You're good. You're doing good. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. And I just want to take the time to say that since I also came from a background that I wouldn't say is very unfortunate, it was really fortunate to be able to go through things that people this day are also going through, that have to take the time and come into these shelters to see that people actually do care about them and having a place to stay and just being able to rest at the end of the day. I also went through things like this with my family. We went through some really interesting times, but I really appreciate going through all that. I don't regret it at all. If I wouldn't change the way everything happened. And now I'm here, so people like this could also be in other places, better places. Okay, I'm not sure how I'm going to close this all together, but I really appreciate being here and everybody who took the time. Ashley for constantly like, hey, like, where are you? Everybody else, I really appreciate all of you guys for being here, and I thank you all for letting me post my mural here at this nice shelter. Thank you.
Valerie, you are super inspiring, and so thank you for sharing your words of wisdom with all of us here today. I know that wasn't easy. I asked her if she wanted to speak, but you did an excellent job. So thank you once again. And now I'd like to invite Charlene Aschendorf up to speak to us and be the final word.
That's right.
Let's go.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Charlene.
I was doing fine this morning until I saw Valerie's family. I have to tell you. I'm glad I prepared a few words because the pride on her father's face, the joy in her mother's heart, and the surprise of her brother saying, "That's my sister." And Valerie saying, sorry to say this publicly, "I did that. Did I really do that? I didn't expect it to be that good." We knew it all along, Valerie, and you knew it too. But today we're celebrating a finished project, a finished final project, and a person. But I have to fill in a few spots that maybe Susan left unsaid and that Ian is too nice to talk about. And that would be that it's a year, it's 10 months tomorrow that we started down this journey, February 1st of this year. And what happens when you get a text from Stacy, Ashley, and Ian? You go, oh my gosh, well, I can't say no. You never say no to those three. And you know what it means? It means success. But I was going through 10 months of notes, and I won't share all of them, but there is a theme. We started out with this grandiose plan. We're going to hire professional artists, and we're going to select the biggest and the brightest. We scrapped that. Then we went, okay, we're going to find one artist, professional from the city of Costa Mesa, and that person will do the outline and will bring in volunteers, and they'll all paint in on the wall. Scrap that, didn't we? That didn't work either. And then through all of these discussions, we finally came up with something that the pandemic put us on hold for a while because our cities had a great relationship with the school district. But the pandemic kind of put that relationship a little bit on hold. And here we are, when we reached out to the district, they responded. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge you, Cami Marseille. I have to tell you, you opened your door when you saw this call for artists and you said, I know someone who can do this. She knew how to help and mentor Valerie to raise her up to see what we were trying to achieve today. She had the support of Principal Mike Wagner, and that's so important to make these kinds of things happen. So I really hope what comes out of this is that we get back into the arts, back into the schools, and we collaborate again together. And so thank you all. It's been a pleasure to serve on this committee with you. Proud moment. I think I'm supposed to close this by saying, please stay around. We have refreshments. We have a mural that I know you're all anxious to see. And there is a famous man in the background, John, who is very anxious to give you a tour of the bridge shelter if you'd like to go through this morning and see it. And I just saw Mayor Pro Tem Mar, so why don't you close us off? Thank you very much.
So she doesn't want to close us off. So with that, we have refreshments over here, and those of you that haven't seen the mural, it's right inside that door. Please don't miss it. Go and see it in its final its final format. We're just so thankful to have all of you here today, and thank you so much for your contribution to the Airway Bridge Shelter in Costa Mesa. Thank you so much. And thank you to the family as well. I know it's a prideful moment. It's inspirational to all of us. So thank you again for being here this morning and celebrating with us.